What up, peeps? Y'all know who it is. Jake Torrance, a.k.a. Jakey J. A.k.a. I much prefer y'all call me, I'm Little Thony. What's up, Pops? Double salute to a certified little real one. A.k.a. Jakey. See that back? The Cobra back. Motherfucking Snaky. Hey, man. I'm walking through the projects today, man. Going through my workout routine. I stay about, I don't know, less than a mile. If I cut through, I stay behind a set of projects in my city. If I walk across the street, it's a path. And if I ever walk I walk to the gym a lot, y'all, for several reasons. A lot of times I just leave my car there and walk to get a nice stretch. Get mentally, I throw my headphones on. Sometimes I'm shooting videos. I walk and shoot a short or, shoot some type of video. But I just love to walk. Rain, sleet, snow or fall, I'm walking through there, right? So this morning, I'm like, fuck it. Wifey taking all day. Get ready for work. I don't know if she had an appointment or something. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going, even though it was bitter cold out that bitch. And I did a show on this, I did a TikTok on this probably a year or two ago, and it went viral. The views, probably one of my most viewed shows. But I never touched back on it. But as I'm walking through the project, as soon as I get to the top of the hill, boom. Kids ain't got school today because it snowed real bad, real crazy. But I walk through there a lot, especially in the summer. In the spring hours, and when it's nicer outside, when the kids got school. And boy, it's a circus, man. The day I did the video, I heard, and then today brought me back. I get the first house I get to, at the top, I see some, it looked like, I know the kids didn't have school, but it looked like these kids might have still been going to daycare or something. It looked like the mom still had to work. Well, one of the daughters forgot a glove or something, and the mom, she had about 3-4 kids. And I understand, man, she was a single parent, and I know it gets rough, man. I know it do. But this little girl, she probably about maybe between 3 and 4 years old, man. She had another little boy that was maybe a little bit older than her, maybe a year or two, and she had one little tiny baby with her. Looked like she was, still car seat size. She cussed this little girl out, man. I'm talking about let the whole projects could hear her yelling at, the car was warming up. Looked like she had a car warming outside. They was going like they was coming out the door. She said, "Where's your gloves or something?" And the little girl said she misplaced it, or she didn't know, or she dropped it, and the mom went the fuck in, right? Maybe it hurts me, man. It hurts me. I get further on down, and believe me, like I said, I walk through there a lot, and I see moms so gentle, so kind. I see some great mothers sending their kids off to school, right? Don't get me wrong, but the majority of the mothers that I see in the morning, before their kid, look here, man. One thing my mother always did for us before we went to school, man, it ain't nothing like a mother's love. I'm going to do a video on this, man, because a mom's love is second to none. It ain't no love on this face of this earth that like you have for your mother, man. And that's 99.9. Yeah, some people got different relationship with their mother, and some people got very few people got bad relationships with their mother. But the mother is is from them carrying you in the room, that bond before you hit before you actually are born. That bond that you carry when she carry you, that bond when she spit you out, that bond from her nourishing you and taking care of you, bro, it just hit different. Yeah, we love our dads, and dads is important, but I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. It ain't nothing on the face of this earth and the planet that compares to a mother's love, right? Not even close, right? So my mom, man, this is shit I remember. She used to fucking make sure every morning. My mom was not no stay-at-home mother. She worked in the steel mill. She got me a job there for 5 years, man. Republic Steel. She worked here for 30 years, man. Retired there. Worked with the dude. Was a supervisor, one of the most feared supervisors around there, because people knew my mom didn't play no games. But one thing about my mother, before she went to work or anything, before we went to school, my mother never, ever yelled at us. She always kept us a hot meal. She always treated us happy. She always, no matter what, if we got in trouble the day before, if we forgot something, if it was something. I can remember me forgetting stuff at school all the time, taking off. We would always go around the corner and walk to school together. And I can remember so many times me forgetting stuff, and my mom never yelled. She just say, Jake, you forgot such, and I come back and get her. She give me a hug and a kiss and tell me to go on. She never yelled. She always kept us hot food. She would always tell us that this was the most important part of our day, getting up. And that she would always tell us and remind us when we got kids, never to yell at our kids before school. Never yell at our kids in the morning before school. It was the start of a bad day. She said kids got to go deal enough with other kids. Kids got to deal enough with their peers. Kids got to deal enough with the teachers, principals, all these other factors, man. And when you start their day off bad, it's just by yelling at them and screaming at them, it's just the worst psychological thing that you can do for a kid's day. It's automatically starting your kid off to a bad vibe, a bad day. And that's anybody. Not only did I take heed to this with my kids, I take heed to this. I try, my wife, everybody. I try to be nice and gentle and smooth in the morning before everybody take off to work, before everybody take off to school. Man, this is huge, people. So I walk through the projects and I hear these. I get on down further, y'all. From inside the house. This lady ain't even inside, ain't even outside with the door open. I can hear another lady going in on her kids, and I'm just like, man, how sad is this, ladies? And this is all single moms, and I understand that it's hard. And I understand that you need help. And I understand that sometimes you can get frustrated, man. But I'm here to ask you and beg you and plead with you and tell you the worst thing that you can do to your kids is yell at them, beat them, or any type of aggressive behavior with them in the morning before they take off and go to school, or take off to start their day, man. It's the worst time, man. Parents, please try to you got to figure, these kids ain't been our age before, right? We've been 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 18, 20. If you a kid, if you 51 years old like me in your 50s, you know how to, you've witnessed every, from infant to toddler to teenage to young adult. You witnessed all that. You know how to stoop down to that level. These kids, they ain't never been 30 before. They ain't never been 40 before. Some of these kids ain't even hit teenagers. They don't know how. You do as best as you can till you know any better. You know what I'm saying? So these kids are just walking. Yeah, they know better than to do a lot of shit. But a lot of this shit you need to blame on you. The mother yelling at her kid about a glove, a 3-year-old. Now, yeah, we want our kids to be responsible, and we want our kids to put shit up and do shit right when we come home. They're supposed to hang their coats up. But at 3 years old, is they gonna do that every time? As a responsible parent, when you step in that door, you're supposed to get your kids coats. You're supposed to get your kids hats. You're supposed to put them in gloves. You're supposed to put them all together. And to keep track of it, the way you want it to be kept track of, I had to figure this out myself. I got to put this shit up in a way myself and gradually teach them and reel them on in and learn them how to do this shit gradually. Not just expect to say, hey, I bought you some hat and gloves. You better put this shit up. A 3-year-old. Every day when we come home, and every time, you better not lose it, or I'm going to beat your ass. And then the kid loses the glove 3 days later. Because they came in and decided he might have got something from the store, or some other shit was going on, or, anything. And now the kid can't find the glove. It's up to you to put those hat and gloves and shit up. So that way when it's time to go, you know where to go get those hat and gloves and shit from, man. Not the kid, man. Once they reach certain ages, yeah, but a 3-year-old, man, come on, man. Ladies, I cannot stress to you this enough. The psychological effect that it has on anybody. You traumatizing these kids before they school is fucking up their learning, it's fucking up their social skills, and it's fucking them up all the way across the board, man. Please, let's try to be a nicer parent. And like I said, I understand, man, it's frustrating. Kids don't listen. Y'all ain't got no help. But please, man, Please, I can't beg you enough. It's one thing I ask for y'all, man. Make a conscious effort on being nicer to your spouse, to your kids, to everyone. First thing in that morning, man. Let's get everybody's day started off to a great day, man. Yeah, it's gonna be days with those kids, you start them off no matter what, and they're gonna step into some bullshit. Or yeah, it's gonna be some days where you start them off and they're gonna have a bad day or some a kind of fucked up day anyway, man. But that ain't on your watch. Let's, as parents, let's do it. Man, I treat my kids so gentle. My daughter, when I wake them up now, even my oldest daughter, I'm about to have an empty nest in 2 years. But man, I got a 16-year-old, man. If she running late for school, you can ask her, man. And you can ask my kids. I never yelled at them before school. I rarely yelled at them after school. I rarely ever, never even put my hands on my kids, man. I learned my lesson from my mother teaching me this shit at a young age, and the way she taught us. And the way she did us and the way she treated us, so gentle, so kind. This shit stuck with me, man. And she used to always tell us the reason why she would do this: make us a hot meal, be nice to us, just to start our day off. Man, it is night and day when you got a hot meal, a nice, a warm-hearted parent. No matter if you, unconditional parent that no matter what, you know, if you had a bad morning, if you pissed in the bed, if you did anything, they just gonna clean you up. They ain't gonna yell at you and scold you, right? They're gonna feed you a hot meal and they're gonna send you off the right way, man. It is night and day compared to a parent that cussing and yelling you out because you don't pissed in the bed, or you don't lost a shoe, or you don't lost a glove, and then dogging your life about your grades or whatever, and then sending you off to school, man. It's the making of a bad day. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Parents, please take heed to this. This means a lot to the kids, and it means a lot to the household, man. Let me tell y'all who I am real quick, man. It's Jakey J.